Welcome to episode 6 of Connections in the Chaos. I'm Sara.
And I'm Jessica.
What does live music teach us about being present and together?
Jessica, that's a great question. As you can see, we're using new microphones, and they may or may not be echoing, so we'll find out later.
Yeah.
Oh, and it's my turn to talk the tool and takeaway, so...
So then I can work on it.
Scattered.
He was talking about how
That's all I have to say because I feel scattered.
I can definitely relate to that.
Yeah.
I'm grateful.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay,
That's enough about that today.
moving on.
All right. Anything from episode 5 worth revisiting for our course correct?
Yes, and I have no idea what it was because I can't find my notebook. Ask me about
Okay.
Well, I mean, I know where it is, but I
Okay.
don't have it with me
but
right
we
now.
can get to that.
So I
Okay.
reserve the
So,
right to do a course correct in the next one.
A double down.
A double.
So
Yes.
I'm going to do a course correct
One
that
of
I
the,
think is
questions
hilarious.
here in the chaos
And actually have two things. And I can't remember if I said them in the last episode because that was about a month ago. Over a month ago. So the first one was, do you remember when we were answering questions from listeners?
Yes, I do.
And one of them was about, what do we do when we disagree about something?
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, we can't think about anything we disagree on. I thought of something.
Okay. Not food
Bringing-
related.
Well, kind of. Bringing our young children out to eat. I would often say, hey, Jessica, wanna go to Chili's? Wanna
Pause song for me. I'm like, didn't you just play
wanna
this
go out
song?
to dinner with the kids?
Is it good?
And
enough
I
to
was like,
listen to a
sure.
course
What are you
track?
thinking?
I don't know if they have this
Sorry
one
to
before.
interrupt.
I usually write
No.
down the number.
And then I would say, I don't know, somewhere down in town, right?
It's
Like
43.
Louis Louis
42.
or Chili's or, well, we did the Chili's one and you were proven correct.
I embrace
that
my
was a terrible
individuality
idea
and
because
celebrate
at one
the traits
point,
that make
But I
me
think
stand
Chili's
out
is
in the
still
best
safer
possible
because they
way.
have,
Number
the
42,
trivia
positive
and
pickle.
Yeah.
Thank
it's
you.
already loud in
That
there.
does sound
Like,
Yeah.
Louis Louis is loud too, but it just
in a different
Mine is
way.
43, and it
More
says, I
formal
approach
than
each
Chili.
day with courage.
Well, and our younger
determination,
too,
and
right?
confidence
Like
that I
they
am
have some
capable of
pretty
achieving great
exuberant
things.
energy, let's say. And
Little Ziploc bag that I positive
yeah,
pickles.
when we went to
Okay.
Chili's that time, Gordy ended up
Before
flying out of the
dinner.
booth head first and almost gave himself a concussion.
Great messages.
And cute.
I gotta skip it.
Positive pickles are
I don't understand why. I thought that was a great idea.
Okay.
To go to
Well,
to go to dinner. Anyway, that's something we disagree on, and the way that we handle it is you just say no, right?
yes, I feel this mute is probably not working at all. I don't always say no though, because like Chili's, I'm like, yeah, let's do it. Or we take the girls to 110.
Yeah,
Obviously, it's a little different, but
that is different.
But that is my younger exuberant child.
Yeah,
I think
That's fair.
we've been to Chili's. I feel like Chili's is now the go-to with the kids, and
Yeah.
really, it's
or Ziggy's.
your kids are like Gordy's younger, so it's
Yeah.
like for me, it's not like it was when you asked
Correct.
me way back then. but
Maybe we're moving out of that.
maybe. I mean, I think I am, but
Yeah.
also Fallon is what? How
9,
right?
Yeah.
So 4 years older than
Yeah.
him.
fair. And sometimes he does great, and sometimes he head dives out of the booth. Or what did he throw at that couple behind us?
Oh my gosh!
Just I think a crumbled up piece of paper, and
Yes.
nobody saw except us.
Luckily. Yeah, that whole experience was he did one of these to Fallon. Like, what? What is happening? Yeah. We'll laugh about those times. Well, we do laugh about those times already. So anyway, that was one. And my second course correct was, and I can't, I know you and I probably talked about this, and I don't remember if it was on air, on recording, but a few episodes ago when I talked about the negative self-talk in my head that gets the best of me a lot of the time, you asked me if she had a name. And I said no, and I was going to come up with a name. Well, I came up with a name, but we never talked about it on air, I don't think. So her name is Lorelai. No offense, Lorelai Gilmore. Love you to pieces. the reason it's Lorelai has nothing to do with that show. It's a great, love going back and watching that one. It's because Lorelai means the temptress.
Ooh.
And every time that I wanted it to be something meaningful.
Mhm.
It's not an easy name to like yell in an argument, so I got to figure that out. But yeah, just always tempting me to think really terrible things about myself.
Oh.
And so, yeah.
Damn it, Lorelai.
I know. Okay, that sounded good. Yeah, I'll take it.
Oh gosh.
All right, and so we'll course correct yours next time.
Okay, and I'll have double time.
Sounds good.
I'm trying to use my mouse to move your computer. It's also now, this took us a very long time. It's 11:21
oh my goodness.
p.m.
And Jessica's trying to teach me how to use 2 computer screens. And so.
Not right now, but.
No, in
when
general,
we're fresher.
in life. Yeah. But this screen's not attached.
Okay, so I think we're at shout outs.
We sure are.
Got any?
I do, actually. Gordy lost a tooth today.
He did, the front tooth.
He did. It was like, woo, like snaggletooth, crooked, all hanging out. And every time he has lost a tooth, it has been anxiety ridden and a sensory situation that like he won't pull on it. He won't touch it. I was on the phone today for a coaching call with someone that's coaching me. And I was like, please give me just a few minutes. And he and his sister were like having a raucous argument in the car. I had to step out of the car because I couldn't listen to my call. And I like left them in there with the air conditioning on, thought like, okay, this will be fine. I'll just have this call. And it was a really good call. And I look and I'm standing in the driver's side window and he's sitting on the console and he just looks over at me and his mouth is full of blood and he's like holding up his tooth like, it came out. And I was like, buddy, I'm so proud of you. He had a piece of white gum in his mouth. It was just like a situation. And shout out to him that it came out and that we didn't melt down. I was really proud of him. It felt like growth.
Massive growth. And congratulations, Gordy.
Yeah.
And I hope the tooth fairy hits you up big time.
I know. What about you?
Yes. My shout out, the tight circle. I love you all and could not literally do life without you.
Everyone needs a tight circle.
Tight circle.
Isn't that what this podcast is kind of about?
It is.
Mm.
What movie do they say? Tight lines.
Oh, I don't know.
Okay.
Is
If
it
anyone
a
knows, please let us
sports
know.
movie?
Probably.
Well, silly question. It's not Miracle. I know that. Okay, tight lines. We're going to figure that out. All right. Chaos report
Chaos report.
already. I love this question so much. Not just the what's been stirring part. What is the chaos? And has any of it made you crave an escape, a release, or a moment of pure joy, which will lead very nicely into our topic today?
Yes. I think I muted you. I'm trying to do this manually. So
Oh, sorry.
thank you for saying it's a great list. And in all of that, I have needed an escape, found a release, had moments of pure joy, and wonder where the hell I am and where I'm going next and what day it is. Yes. And so I think, let's see, I have notes more about nostalgic moments. Did you ask me about that?
I didn't,
Okay.
but we can get to that.
Okay.
So, am I unmuted?
Yes.
Okay. Sorry. One of the questions here in the chaos report is about how has music shown up in your life lately? And if so, how? intentionally or accidentally. And I don't know if you want to touch on that right now or if you want to go back to nostalgia.
Well, it's related to music.
Or
So,
do it.
the concerts, we just experienced history and saw Paul Simon, which was amazing. So, that's one thing. So that was very intentional and kind of accidentally.
Yeah, all of it.
I think for me also, other music has shown up both intentionally and accidentally, and it gives nostalgic moments of when I hear a song. I think
Mm-hmm.
of, whatever, where I
Mm-hmm.
was, and other memories.
Yep.
And then the other music that's showing up that I'm so excited for is Dave Matthews is next week, and that's a tradition, which then brings all kinds of other
Mm-hmm.
lovely feelings. Um,
For sure.
yes. And so please tell us about your chaos.
My chaos, I'm sure there's more than this, but this one feels like the overarching theme for me right now. I'm in between, the space between, if you will. It's 11:30. I can be punchy. So transitioning from one job to another, which has meant so much more than just transitioning from a job to another. And the way I'm getting to know my brain, 2 times in this transition, different people have used the phrase with me, know thyself. Um, Once today, and then once when I was at my new team's retreat. Um, and I was like, well, darn it. As I'm getting to know thyself, these spaces are so hard. I had a goal of being done at my previous school, like about a week and a half after a week after the kids were done and like done, tidy, clean. I know thyself a little better than that. And I didn't finish until just about the exact day that I was contracted to be done. And like, I certainly took time. And the day after I was done at school, I slept almost the whole day. And I think it's just like the chaos within, like, I don't know. The in between is very hard for me. And I was definitely dipping my toes in both places at the same time, which is terrible for my productivity, and my well-being. And now I'm like moving into one place and I'm going into my office tomorrow. And I think that will feel good because everything else in my life has felt my connections have felt not as strong. My ability to be present, not as strong, just because I'm in Mushyville. So that's my chaos. And
Mushyville's hard.
Mushyville is so hard. Yeah. My coach today was like, do you ever think maybe you create Mushyville because you have ADHD and ADHD people seek dopamine? And
Did you say, you don't know me?
no, I said, I think you might be right. Because I think it might be true. Oh, shoot. Sorry. I think it might be true. And, better to admit it and know thyself so then I can work on it. But I do, like he was talking about how people with ADD, ADHD crave dopamine and they have a lack of it or not enough of it. And so they crave it. And so sometimes they just create chaos to have that stimulation. And I was like, oh, okay. Yep. Maybe that's it. So, truth bombs, as you say.
Truth bombs, which reminds me of what I was going to tell you before we recorded.
Oh,
I was trained for this shitstorm.
yes, you were. And now you're putting it to good use.
And so are you.
Correct.
That's like
Yeah.
fitting to this.
Yes, it is. Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you for that.
We're trained for this.
Yes, we are.
But also Brene Brown says that, so it's not like I made it up. But how has music shown up in your life?
So I would say also Paul Simon was better than I could have expected. And it was one of those, like, it was just a bonus for me. So Jessica was like, hey, I have these 2 tickets. Do you want to go? If you drive, you can have the ticket. Which is sort of like, yeah, you got to pay for it. No, that's kind of our setup, right? That's what we do. And so I had very low expectations. Not, that sounds bad. I didn't really have expectations about the concert itself. I was just so excited to spend time with you. And it was like a mark of that day being my last day in one place and like fully jumping into the other. And we were celebrating some stuff or promotion, new jobs. And that just sort of like, it was a little accidental. Um, and that felt like the spontaneity that I love about summer, because otherwise life is not very spontaneous. So definitely that. Dave has been popping up a lot. I wish I could remember when you just said that. I was somewhere in the last couple of days and I walked across, I don't know if we were at I went out to dinner with a friend yesterday that I hadn't seen in a long time. It was lovely. And I was like, oh, I have to run to the bathroom real quick. We had some nice cocktails or whatever. And I was like, I'll be right back. And I walked to the back of the restaurant and Dave was playing. And I was like, oh, it's so soon. And I too do the same thing. So like when I'm at Paul Simon, for example, like the song The Boxer, he plays the boxer. And I'm like, oh, I go back to moments in my relationship with my husband or other people who I'm really close with. And those songs just like bring me to them specifically. So that's been happening a little bit here and there lately. That's what live music does to me, which we'll talk about.
Love it. Love it.
Thanks.
Okay. We're moving right along into the flood.
This one's kind of fun because we talked about it on the car ride home
Yes.
from Paul Simon.
So, top concerts, favorite stories. What's a concert that changed something for you? Maybe not the best one, but like one that, just did something for you.
Mm-hmm.
You want to go first?
Oh my God, there's so many. I think the obvious one here is you and I beginning our Dave Matthews trek every summer. Prior to that, my husband and I were able to bring our daughter to go see Pink for her 8th birthday 2 years ago now, which is hard to believe. Yeah. 2 birthdays ago. And that was monumental for me because I adore her. And to bring our daughter to her first concert and have it be that big a situation. And the reason I bring this up is not so much because it was Pink and it was awesome. It was her birthday. It felt like a really fun thing to do for your kid for their birthday. It's because I leaned over to Isla and I said, you're going to see something you've never seen before. And she's like, well, duh, we're at this concert, right? And I go, no. Papa, my favorite version of Papa is concert Papa. And she's like, okay. And at the end of the show, I was like, what'd you think? She goes, concert Papa is the best. And I was like, yep. And it just, when we were first dating, we saw Dave together. We saw The Tragically Hip together a handful of times. And it just, it's that nostalgia. I go back to it all the time. And every time I'm at a show, I think about him. And so any of the shows I was at with him, times that I've seen Ben Harper, and I think I just told you about the time where a friend and I were in Boston seeing him and their bus pulled up and I could barely walk past the bus because I was that fangirl. And I said to my friend, I was like, this is their bus. They're going to come out of this bus. And we walked to the front of it. Sure enough, as soon as we come around the front of the bus, Ben is walking off the bus and coming across the front of it towards us. And I think he might have touched my shoulder. I don't even remember. I was a mess. I was like, oh my God. Super cool experience. And then Leon Mobley at the time came out and was talking to us on the sidewalk while we were waiting to go in. The show went so late that we missed, the tea was shut down by the time we had to go back. It was so hot that day. They opened with Glory and Consequence, which is like raucous and loud. And of course, I burst into tears. Like, that's just who I am sometimes at a show. But we should definitely talk about Dave when you're like, once you share some of yours, because I think that's. Oh, can I share one more thing? Brandy Carlisle has been somebody like, I've probably seen Dave more than anyone, Ben several times. And then Brandy Carlisle is probably second on my list in terms of number of times that I've seen her. And when I saw her, I mean, it was a while ago, so she was not playing these huge venues yet, and she was at the Rutland Opera House, I believe. Beautiful, beautiful place. And it was in the winter, and her and the twins came out and did an a cappella set in the dark. Like, they turned off all the lights and they sang "Oh Holy Night," which is actually my favorite Christmas song. And I just got chills thinking about it. It's like, I don't know, just kind of magical. But yeah. What about you?
I love that. Okay. So, well, I grew up like, but going to concerts,
Mm.
that was the thing.
Mm-hmm.
And saw a lot, and so Andy still, I think, has every single concert
Oh,
ticket,
I love
and
that.
we went to a lot of concerts, and I'm pretty sure, forgive me, Andy, that he is salty that you don't get like a paper ticket anymore. But so probably from growing up on the hip,
Mm-hmm.
obviously,
Mm-hmm.
a given, I think, and then Woodstock '99 was pretty left an impact.
I would dare say.
Um, and I think Stevie Wonder was one of
Mm,
the best shows, just because it was like we got tickets on Craigslist the day
mm,
of,
yeah.
and it was great. Paul Simon was always on my bucket list, and
Mm-hmm.
To Do It With You, and
So good.
A Quiet Soul. It was really different, where for me it was like a performance.
Mm-hmm.
So we were sitting. I loved that they said no cell phones,
Yep.
which then I felt salty when people didn't listen.
Yep.
Um, but I loved that very much. Dave, seen a bunch of times. One time that, it did something to me was I had 3 tickets, 1 for me and 2 for other friends, and they didn't come. And so I went alone. And it
Mm.
was like one of the best things ever. I was like, this is great. I don't have to wait for the bathroom for anybody. I just did whatever I wanted.
Yeah.
And
I love
it
that.
was lovely. And then Dave for us.
Mm-hmm. Yep. It represents so much for me. Like, I remember you texting me. I remember exactly where I was, sitting on Isla's bed, and you were like, "Do you like Dave Matthews?" I'm like, yeah, I like Dave Matthews. And I had a sense in that moment. I was like, I think Jessica likes Dave Matthews a little more than I like Dave Matthews, but I like Dave Matthews enough to say yes, because I do. And you asked if I wanted to go because they were playing in the summer, and I said, "Yep." And it was like, not that I need to ask permission from anyone, but I was like, I don't really care what else is happening. I have a brand new baby. Like, I have a daughter who's 5. Like, I don't really care what's happening. I'm going. I'm doing this thing.
So when was that? In
February.
February. Okay, so we'd known each other, what, like 6 months? Probably 4 months.
Well, I think it was actually coming up on almost a year, actually, because we met in COVID, and that would have been in 2021.
February.
Because Gordy was, yeah, he was
Right. Baby.
little.
Yes. So
Yeah.
then we like go to the concert.
Yeah.
First day of school.
Oh my God.
So we couldn't
Like,
leave until like
kids'
4
first day of
o'clock.
school, I think.
Yes.
Yeah. Oh,
And we got there. We parked like at the end,
yep. Way at the end.
and you had a pump.
Yep.
And we bought bootleg shirts from Paul Simon in the parking lot.
I forgot about Paul Simon.
Because that's when I learned you could scan a Venmo.
Oh, yes. With the little QR code. Yep.
I go, Paul Simon, how am I going to find you?
Yeah. Is it possible I'll find the other Paul Simon when I?
Oh my gosh. And
Yeah.
then
Oh, and
the next year, I think, was when it was wicked hot.
yes. don't forget that the first year I forgot my COVID card or my ID or something, and I had to go all the way back up to the car at the end. But the line was so long because they were checking whether or not you had your COVID vaccinations at the time, which is so trippy.
And so it was the second year where the new friends asked us to buy the posters?
Mm-hmm. I think so. And that's when we got the taste of sitting in the pavilion.
Right, because I remember they said, you can have our pavilion seats. And I was like, I don't want to be that close
Yeah.
to people. And then we
Right.
went anyway.
Yeah.
And so, yeah, it couldn't have been too long after.
Yeah, I think it was, yeah.
Was it?
Well, no. And didn't we go 2 nights that year?
I can't even remember. Everything is a blur.
Sure is. Because we started going one night, and the first year we went, let's say the first night, and then we looked at the set list for the second night, and then the next year we're like, maybe we better go the second night because that set list was pretty good.
And the reverse happened.
Yep. And then we're like, okay, well, what does it look like if we go for 2 nights? And we were still on the lawn.
We
The
were
first.
still on the lawn, and we would just stay over one night, and then you'd go home after the show the
Right.
second night.
Yep.
And then it wasn't until the rainstorm
Yes.
that we became pavilion people.
Yep. And we upgraded the first night of that rainstorm.
Right.
It was like, and the next night was okay, I think. No?
Pretty sure it downpoured, but we
Oh, yes, you're right.
we basically just like ditched our lawn seats and bought new
Yep.
tickets.
Yep. We did.
Because you could then. Because now it's
Yes.
been sold out for,
Yeah, a long time.
and we're back on the lawn.
Yeah, not because we wanted to be.
No, because the warehouse gave us that.
Yep.
But it's going to be great.
It is. It's always great because we're together and it's fun. And
And do you want to, like, who do you think he's going to cover? I've been looking at the set list, so I think what I've seen is things we've already seen.
yeah,
But
I would love a little Talking Heads. You inadvertently keep bringing up the Talking Heads in our conversations earlier tonight and in a recent podcast. You're like, how did I get here?
I mean, I love the Talking Heads.
Well,
but yes.
same. Like, oh my God, maybe that's.
Didn't he's played Burning Down the House.
Mhm.
Okay.
Yep. I loved when he did Fool in the Rain. I loved
And
that.
he opened. That was
Yep.
the opening song.
Yep. Those are, yeah. What about for you? I
Oh,
like when he does Sexy MF too. That's another favorite.
so the best that I have seen, or my maybe not best, but one of my favorites was in Pittsburgh. I think it was an encore, covered Money, That's All I Want
Mhm.
into Pink Floyd's Money.
Mhm.
And
That would be fantastic.
I loved also Fool in the Rain. I loved
Mhm.
me and Julio Down by the Schoolyard.
Mhm. What was the other one we decided? The other Paul Simon one that you loved? I went back and I listened.
Stoop.
Yeah. I went back and listened to it.
Late in the evening.
Late in the evening. Yep. Yeah.
Yes.
That was good.
Yeah. What do you think he's going to open with?
Ooh. I'm always wrong.
Me too.
God, I don't know.
I think Space Between, because you said it earlier. I'm
Okay. Okay.
I don't know. I don't really
I always think it's
remember.
going to be something raucous.
Yeah. Warehouse would be a great one.
I have one in my head and I can't add too much. Has he done that one?
I think so.
Opened?
I think we've basically seen them all.
Yeah.
Remember last year, the guy was like, I don't need to see Jimmy thing again.
Yes. What's the no, it wasn't Whistle Dad. Dreaming Tree. The lady who kept yelling Dreaming Tree between every song.
From the lawn.
Yep.
As if he could hear.
Yep.
I did see that he played that on a set list during this tour.
That's great.
What a
That's
fun
great.
year them, a Whistle Dad.
Oh, Whistle Dad. There was a really cute dad too, though. Do you remember that dad? And he was like dancing, having a good time. And it looked like he was with like at least 2 daughters, maybe 3. Or a little older. That was that when we were back on the lawn. But
I'm excited.
I know. Next week.
Next week.
2 days. It's such a great ritual.
It is. It's so good. And this year we're staying further away.
Yep.
But in a nicer hotel because we have experienced some hotels.
Last year I had to kill a spider and we weren't certain that I actually killed it. And I just had to say I killed it.
Thank you for that.
You're
And it may
welcome.
have already even been dead.
It might have been. It might have been.
And then
It was
you could
sizable.
see
Yep, the light.
outside from our room.
It was like the door from a horror movie, right? Like
Yeah.
the headlights pull
Well,
up and
because I was like, it sounds like someone smoking in our room. And you looked over and you were like, oh, well,
maybe
the door.
Oh, Lord. Yep, that was true. I think that those beds were comfortable.
Yeah. I mean, it was like they tried.
Yeah,
And
for
the
sure.
bathroom is nice and
Yep.
clean. And
Yep.
the shower, I recall being decent. The towels were about the size of a tissue.
Yep. I don't really remember that, but I must have blocked it
I
out.
remember because I brought a beach towel
Oh,
because
that's
we were
right.
close to the water, which was
We,
very questionable.
yeah, cross this very busy road.
And you have about an inch of sand.
Yep.
Yep.
Beachfront.
And we're just going to be at the Hilton this year.
Yeah, let's do it up. And one of the best parts is that we do a little outlet shopping, have some good food.
It's going to be great. We just have uninterrupted conversation,
I know.
which I feel like it takes us a day to even get to we don't have to cover 800 things
Yeah,
in 5 minutes.
that's very true. That's very true.
It's going to be great.
We also seem to meet a lot of friends
Yeah.
because, that's like the unintended, but almost always. I feel like every concert I go to, end up with some concert friends. Do you remember the time we sat in the hotel lobby with the people and got our dominoes and they didn't get any?
I
Like,
do.
oh,
And that was also the year that I listened to Logic when she said, I can't believe he plays at venues that seat
oh
less
yeah.
than 10,000. And I was like, what? And then I looked up SPAC and because that's where I went growing up
Mhm.
and thought was the best thing ever.
Right.
And no. But now I don't know that I'll go,
Yeah,
anywhere else.
I know. So we haven't said this, but we go see it.
Don't say.
Oh, okay. Yeah, no, it's terrible.
It's terrible.
So I won't
Okay,
even tell you.
fine. But
It's an
blown up,
undisclosed location.
and it's blown up.
Yeah. That's why we're on the lawn. Thank you, warehouse.
Yeah. Yeah. So we're not going to tell you where we're going, but it's going to be great.
Hartford, Connecticut. Which is actually the first place is that first place I saw him? No, second place I ever saw him. First place was at Gillette.
I think mine might have been Woodstock.
Okay. That makes sense. Like the timing of that is right.
99.
Yeah.
Andy is the real, you could tell me anytime I went to any concert.
Well, he has all the ticket
glued
stubs.
together for
Yeah,
me.
no, that's fair. And when you asked me the other day, when we were driving back in the rain, which is your least favorite, you had asked me what my favorite shows were. And I started remembering all these different shows. And I was like, oh, wow, I really have been to some eclectic things. Like I saw the Brian Setzer Orchestra one time. In high school, we all had a real swing band kind of era, which was a little strange. But we all went, my parents came, we all went to go see them at the Oakdale. I grew up with the Oakdale Theater in my hometown, which was kind of fun.
Yeah.
Because you could, some random, but really awesome people came there. But yeah. I don't know. So many different things.
So excited.
I know. Would you like me to jump into this next part or did you want to do that?
Yeah. Go for it.
So, what is it about live music? Right? Why does it hit differently? What does it give us permission for?
I mean, it's usually dark, so I guess you can probably, whatever you do in the dark, you get a little more permission for that.
Yeah.
I obviously love live music, and there are times where, I'm like, "Okay, new song, Dave. Let's go."
Yeah.
Um,
Yep.
but
Particularly with Dave.
I think it's, the experience of, like,
Yeah.
him and Paul Simon, storytellers,
Mhm.
and, I took Fallon to see Jack Johnson, which was also amazing,
Mhm.
and one of my favorites, and he told so many stories and had,
Mhm.
like, a film kind of playing in the background,
That's cool.
um, and so that part of it, I think, is just the experience of it,
Yeah.
and you're experiencing it with strangers, and, like, that
Mhm.
one year, I'm sure you can imagine what I'm talking about when we were in the pavilion. And I don't even know that Dave was even singing anymore, but the whole pavilion was just singing
Mhm.
ants marching.
Yep.
And like I
Yeah.
can't even describe the feeling.
Nope. Well, and it's you're connected to all of those people through the same thing because you're all there because you have some kind of appreciation for the music that's playing on different levels. Everybody's got a story. Everybody's um, there to enjoy it. And I feel like this is maybe a little too political, and I won't go too crazy down that turn, but like each time I've been to like a Brandy Carlisle concert, the older I get, the less I like to be in crowds.
Mhm.
I've never felt unsafe.
Mm.
The and same with Dave, like the group of people that are there have something in common,
Mhm.
right? They're there for that experience and they sort of honor it and protect it with joy. And to see like at Paul Simon, like that row of people just dancing, right? Just getting down. And there was like a couple that started dancing first and then like slowly and everybody's singing together, like you said. And it just, yeah, I don't know. Talk about a dopamine hit for this ADHD human. The chaos and connection is, whew, there's nothing else like it.
Yeah. Definitely nothing else like it.
Yeah.
And I mean, I got it too, the ADHD.
Yeah.
And that part of it, I don't know. I don't know. It's just different. I think
Yeah.
I'm also just like, as I get older, a little more introspective.
Yeah.
And
For
so,
sure.
and maybe because I did experience so many
Hmm.
when I was in high school and like
Hmm.
during formative years, and probably really acted like a wild feral child. Just different now. But
Yeah.
um yeah, it's fun. It's
Yeah.
really fun. One of
It's the best.
another really great show that I went to was the Tragically Hip in a bar in Pittsburgh.
Mm,
And I left my sister's wedding the day after, but at
yeah.
6 a.m. to make it
Yeah.
back,
I love
and
it.
like was, right there. And I
Hmm.
remember thinking like Pittsburgh, well, luckily I lived there, but like,
Yeah.
why are they playing here?
Hmm.
And it was amazing.
I saw them in a gym in Burlington, like real Nirvana Smells Like Teen Spirit style. And I've told you this story. We had a friend who they had like double hockey tryouts that day. He was super dehydrated. He wasn't even drinking or anything. And he had to leave because he got so hot in the gymnasium. And he tripped over the tarp that was on the floor. And security was like, get this guy. He's wasted, whatever. And he wasn't. And they took him to a hospital. We had no idea. And so then after the show is over, someone from the like crew comes out and is like, "Will the friends of so and so meet the fire department in the back of the gymnasium?" We're like, "What happened?" And they told us the story. We're like, "Oh God." So then we, go to the hospital to find him and he refused care and left. So then we're driving around Burlington trying to find, but anyway, yeah. The gymnasium was like, I was like, this is ridiculous. What are we doing?
Hmm.
So good. So, so good.
I saw Grace Potter. I think it was a field house
Yeah.
at St. Lawrence,
Okay.
but
That had to be pretty good.
the it was good. It was really good. I think
Yeah.
I was pregnant with Keegan, and I saw, what I was gonna say, though, about the hip was at the Watertown Fairgrounds.
Mm,
That might have been the last time I saw them,
yeah.
and it was pretty cool,
Yeah. The
and I
last
called
time
I called the opener at that one,
what was it? Do you remember?
Grace too,
Mm.
because my friend Zach said it didn't count because I called it Fabulously Rich.
Oh, okay. Still the same song.
Because it was always like a bet of like whoever wins buys breakfast the next time. It's kind of like the
Okay.
opposite of what you would think
Yeah,
of,
yeah, yeah.
but
Yeah.
and I was like, this still counts. I won.
Yeah. Oh my God, that's funny. The last place I think we saw them was in Buffalo.
Oh,
John and I drove out. Yeah, it was great.
Hmm.
So good. All right. I feel like we could talk for hours about.
yeah, probably. But we're getting close to time, and it's almost
Yes.
midnight, so we should probably get moving along
Yes. Do we
to.
want to?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Song lyric of the week. I feel like now mine doesn't quite fit right, but I'm still going to go for it. Do you want to go first?
I can, but I also wanted to say, like, we've been back after a month, so this is like song lyric of the month,
Right.
but
Okay.
not really, sort of. But mine is real fresh because I'm choosing Paul Simon.
Oh,
Actually, at the concert, I said one day this will be my
my
song lyric.
lyric. I had a feeling.
And it is. And she said, losing love is like a window in your heart. Everyone sees you're blown apart. Everyone sees the wind blow. So Paul Simon,
Paul Simon.
Graceland.
He was so lovely. He was like a little mighty miniature musical. I don't even know.
84-year-old,
I
5'3".
know. Can you even?
No,
I hope I'm doing what I love at that age.
I hope I'm
Like
alive.
that. Same. 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 So mine, it's so funny. I wrote a date next to mine because maybe we were gonna podcast that day and then we didn't. So I wrote mine really as I was like the week I was closing out school with students in my last.
Been muted.
Oh no. Okay, we'll see how that goes. Um, Leaving my last job. And we have a fifth grade graduation, and my whole speech was based around this idea. Because I saw Wicked on Broadway for the first time last summer, and it has really stuck with me. And so I won't read the whole thing because me and my chunky stanzas. I know I'm who I am today because I knew you. I do believe I have been changed for the better because I knew you. I have been changed for good. And that felt quite appropriate for all that has happened in transition in the last month.
I love that.
Yeah,
And
me
I
too.
hope that all the things that I just said were recorded because I was muted.
I hope so too. Because they were great. Oh, Lordy B. All right, Jessica. I know we're not at the pickles yet, but the pickles are so far away. Aren't they?
Oh, and it's my turn to talk. The tool and takeaway. So, maybe this week, if you can show up with no agenda and maybe try the Paul Simon experience of no phone and have a little concert for yourself. Play some music, see what you think, how you feel, what your memories are, and be fully present.
Yeah. And if you're local to us, there's live music just about every night of the week somewhere in our area.
Mm-hmm.
And so maybe walk your feet to one of those venues. Give it a go.
Give it a go.
Go sing some loud lyrics with somebody you don't know and see what happens.
And be careful.
Yes. For the love of Pete. The summer concert series are getting kind of crazy. Thousands and thousands of people, but doesn't that speak to the power of music? Okay. How about it's positive pickle time?
I love it.
Because who doesn't love a positive pickle? What's my song I sang? Positive pickles. Nope, that's not it.
I think it was. I think you say that every time. Nope, that's not it. I think it was.
It's a positive pickles.
Take ours out.
Okay, keep picking the same ones. Oh, I feel like I cheated and I picked one that you kind of pushed up, but that's okay. Oh!
I feel like I got this one. This is like a song for me. I'm like, didn't you just play this song?
Is it good enough to listen to a fourth time? I don't know if I've had this one before. I usually write down the number, but I don't think I have. Mine's 43. What number is yours?
42.
I did pick the one that was right next to yours. All right, go for it.
I embrace my individuality and celebrate the traits that make me stand out in the best possible way. Number 42, positive pickle.
I mean, that does sound kind of like ones we've had, and maybe. Mine is 43, and it says, I approach each day with courage, determination, and the confidence that I am capable of achieving great things. I might have had that one before, too. We need a little Ziploc bag for our positive pickles.
Okay.
Even if they were repeated, they're, great messages.
Thank you.
Yeah, positive pickles are adorable.
Okay. Well, that's Connections in the Chaos,
It is.
episode 6 about music. And the next time we're with you, we will have some Dave experiences to share.
Can't wait. Can't wait. It's going to be great. We would love to hear from listeners about your favorite concert. I can't remember our email address. Do you remember it off the top of your head? Oh, it's right there.
At gmail.com.
How about that? It's late, guys. It's midnight.
It's the next day after now.
Oh, my goodness.
So thanks for joining us in Connections in the Chaos.
We don't have it all figured out.
But we're in it together. And we'll see you there.
Peace out.
Adios, pickles.